Knicks just got their biggest win of the season. And if you go and look at my last video, I probably look like the biggest idiot. So please don't, because I talked about how Coach Thibodeau just wasn't the right guy moving forward. He hasn't been developing the young guys. I mean, 30 games ago, Knicks fans were claiming that this young core is good enough to finish out the season. And you could even debate that they're better than the veterans. I mean, I'm looking at, obviously, Evan Fournier has been great for us this year, but like Alec Burks and Julius Randle, you can say what you want about those players, but the fourth quarter tonight speaks for itself. They went on a huge run. Emmanuel quickly had 0 turnovers tonight. I'm looking at a guy like Obi Toppin, who also has 0 turnovers. His last, 65 minutes, 0 turnovers. This Knicks young core, I was right about it because I said multiple videos ago that this Knicks young core is legit, bro, and I'm so happy that it's a part of the team. But what I was wrong about is that the young core is better than the veterans. I said in one of my last videos that the Knicks should just play the young guys and sit the vets and let them finish out the season because it's going to help us lose more games and it's also good for the future. But the thing is, the Knicks look better with a guy like Quentin Grimes who was hitting clutch shots in the fourth quarter. They look better with Obi Toppin to the point where they need to either trade Randall or cut down his minutes by 10, 12 to get Toppin in there more. I mean, it's just absolutely insane what happened tonight. Beating the Miami Heat in their own building led to a huge fourth quarter. And there was a huge knock against RJ Barrett, who was the best player on our team. You're facing Miami, one of the best defenses. They had the paint locked down all night, and RJ took, it was 10 threes. It was probably at least 10 threes. He took a ton of threes tonight, but again, he's without Randall, and the paint was just locked down by this Miami team. So we also want to talk about, I mentioned it a little bit, but you just Coach Thibodeau for actually going with the hot hand, the young guys in the fourth quarter and letting them finish it out and ultimately got them a win. I mean, Thibodeau, I believe, is a good coach. I do have question marks with him, but as long as he continues to understand that the next 2 years are going to be about development rather than winning, which again means that you can't, when Randall comes back this year, you can't play Randall 40 minutes and you can't play Taj Gibson like 15 to 20 minutes, Alec Burks 30, like you just can't do that. So if Thibodeau understands that, then he might as well stay here because he's been pretty good for the coach for the Knicks. I mean, you look at the Knicks before Thibodeau, and then they bring in Thibodeau, they make the playoffs, and obviously I don't want to talk about what happened in that round, but the point being is the Knicks, if everyone just continues to do their part, man, they're going to be fine. And again, I know Alan Hahn at the end, the post game, if any of you watched it, was talking about the effort of Julius Randle. And that's the exact thing that I'm trying to emphasize to you guys. Is the reason why the Knicks won tonight was because of effort. I mean, Miles McBride looked great in the fourth quarter. He's looked pretty good late. I mean, Miles McBride is actually a very talented player. I love his effort is the thing. And last game, how many minutes did he play? Like 2 or 5 or something? I mean, that's just completely unacceptable. But yeah, I mean, if you play for the Knicks, well, for any team, but especially for the Knicks, the number one option on our team has to put in effort. I mean, Carmelo Anthony, you can say what you want about him and his game all those years he was here. There wasn't a lack of effort from Melo in the defensive end. There was a lack of effort from Melo to try to build around. I mean, when Melo came here, we ended up trading away a lot of our core. I mean, we traded Wilson Chandler. We traded Timothy Mozgov, Raymond Felton. Why did we do that? I mean, that was a selfish move by Melo. And I love me some Carmelo Anthony, but it just goes to show that we need a player in here that is going to do whatever it takes to win. And Julius Randle's not that guy. Melo wasn't that guy. I don't want to get crazy and say that Jeremy Lin was that guy because, I mean, he ended up getting hurt, obviously, and when Melo came back and stuff like that. But, I mean, Jeremy Lin was making guys around him better, and he played the system well. So I'm hoping that's kind of like, obviously, that's a huge, like, not outlier, but that's like a huge, like, way, over the top. But I'm just saying that the Knicks need to find a player like De'Aaron Fox who will come in and fit the culture and play hard every single night. And I think Fox would fit Tibbs' system well. So, I mean, there was a lot to take away from this game. It's a Friday night, obviously, when the Knicks win. I mean, Friday night Knicks are like freaking my childhood right there, man. Crazy, but yeah, I mean, let's see. Is there anything else that I want to talk about? Let me quickly look through my notes, see if there's anything that I missed. All right. Yeah, I mean, okay, so we talked, I think we kind of covered everything, man. It was just a fun game. Obviously, it wasn't perfect, but the fourth quarter was was the thing to take away. And I think you could say this was the best win of the season for the Knicks. And we still got, 10 games left, guys? So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the next 2 weeks. But overall, I'm looking forward to the future of the Knicks. I feel like next season will be a huge leap, maybe not in wins, but it will be a huge leap in development. And we still have the draft, free agency, and even the trade market to explore. So it's your boy Nick Staley signing out. If I miss anything, let me know down below. And yeah, I'm signing out, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. Peace.